Hello everyone and welcome back to another exciting session of Storms over Cerenar. In Storms over Cerenar, Epic Boon has brought together more than 50 years of role-playing experience to create an epic tale of ancient secrets, sleeping gods, and country-spanning conflicts in a high-level D&D campaign. My name is Raw, and I have the pleasure and the privilege of being your Dungeon Master for tonight. And with me, as always, are 4 out of 5 of our beautiful ding-dongs. Say hello, ding-dong.
Hello, ding-dong.
Hello, ding-dongs.
Ah, beautiful. It is nectar to my ears, guys. Before our cast here gets a chance to introduce themselves, I just want to remind everyone out there watching that Storms over Cerenar is a rowdy and sometimes dark role-playing campaign for adults. We tackle sometimes uncomfortable subjects, and we try to do it in a respectful and empathetic way, though. So just to be completely clear with everybody, audience discretion is advised. Right now, Evan is not with us. He was hopefully be joining us later, but until then, we have our 4 beautiful players with us here, and they would, of course, like a chance to introduce themselves, as always. So please, Alex.
Hello, I am Alex. I'm Storms over Cerenar's equivalent of Will Wheaton. I play Oust, the Hexblade Warlock, when I am conscious. But that's me.
Alex is the least lucky person I've ever seen play Dungeons and Dragons with me personally.
Yep.
So that is accurate.
It's our Will Wheaton.
Yes, he is. And next one up will be Jonas, please.
Hello, guys. New mic. Woo! Hello, I'm Jonas. I hail from Denmark. And I have the amazing honor of playing Bjorn the Barbarian from the north.
Very well, thank you, Jonas. And from close to Denmark, but not quite, Leon, please.
I'm Leon from Germany, playing the bards of our group here.
Short and sweet. Well, I like it. And of course, from the frozen wastelands of Canada, Mr. Tanner.
Hello, I'm Tanner from the Frozen Wastelands of Canada, fellow producer of Epic Boon Productions, and I play Nongol, the little nomad sad guy that gets in fights with his family all the time. Apparently.
That is sadly correct. But we'll see. Nongol might get a chance to reconcile with his family yet.
Of course.
And last time we had quite a chill role-playing session, actually, where after fleeing from the fire ritual in Stormflow, the crew goes to Pandora Land, another dimension that Theus has access to. They find a bit of respite. For some people, it is a bit jarring to go from a weird magical wonderland after just leaving a war zone, but our heroes talk to each other, and after that they sit down and make a plan about where to go. They decide to go east to the wilds of Kangundi, where they have a lead that might get them closer to the truth about the Verdant Shard. So, in order to get there, in order to get to Blimey Bay, where they have this contact, they have to get through the mists of Locaster. And luckily, Arsafis knew a guy to get them through there. It turned out to be another Safis, Risha, that is the acting captain of the ship, the Midnight Torch. So after sailing for 3 days, our heroes have arrived in Orshaven, where Risha's ship, the Midnight Torch, is currently at anchor. They talk with this new Safis and figure out that they used to be in possession of a keystone Shanka, which is used to get into Blimey Bay. But it has been destroyed after an encounter with the Leviathan Trade Company. The Leviathan Trade Company, being robbed of this entrance into Blimey Bay, has instead kidnapped Safis's captain, Casalock, and will try to use him to find the legendary Captain Flint, who's the only one who has ever braved the mists and gone through without a keystone Shank. And that is where we are tonight. And that is where our characters find themselves. As you have all been introduced to the crew aboard the Midnight Torch, and has been talking with this new kind of rough around the edges pirate Cephis. And you have agreed to set sail at first light tomorrow, as the last kind of supplies are getting loaded onto the Midnight Torch, and you get ready to go ahead and sail all the way to Bluefire Bay. And Cephis has some information for you, and has told you that because the Blimey Bay area is protected by the mists of the Costa, you need a keystone shanka to get through it, to kind of navigate. But Captain Flint is the only one who has ever navigated through these mists without one. And after the fall of the Mad King of the pirates, Flint and the remainder of her crew set off into the night, leaving only Casalock, who is now Cephis's captain, and Bartholomew Taggart, which is an official within Blimey Bay. Captain Flint is rumored to search for her true love, Celestine, who was taken away by the tides after she walked the plank at the mercy of the Mad King. And Captain Flint has since then searched for the last 30 years, and is now kind of the boogeyman of the braced over sea. For pirates and merchants alike, the flying arena will strike without warning, and will attack ships in the dead of night or in clear daylight. And Celestine, the lost love of Captain Flint, has actually since then been known in Blimey Bay and parts of the Braced Over Sea as the White Maiden, who's like a mythical supernatural figure that has kind of arisen around her persona. And it's believed that she as a person has like a connection to the sea and the mists, because it was her song that made Flint navigate, or allowed Flint to navigate through the sea. Cephis told you yesterday that if Flint is alive, she will be very old. She was or is a half-elf, but in myth, she is described sometimes as an undead, sometimes as a ghost or a fish creature, but sailors talk, so it could be anything. To the pirates of Blimey Bay, she is a legend, almost a demigod kind of status. And Casalock, Cephis's captain, who was captured, only mentioned details about her whereabouts once while very drunk, and that was Bluefire Bay, which is up here on the map. So that was both a recap and some information that I wanted you guys to have. I don't know, where do you guys think you are now? Have you returned to the Nomad Levitator, or are you still in the officers' crew of the Midnight Torch? What do you guys think?
I think I'm steering the Midnight Torch.
It is not sailing right now, but yes, you will. They needed a helmsman, so I guess Bjorn will be helping with that.
I think we were busy basically getting everything we needed off of the Levitator. I think we're planning on towing it alongside or behind, but we probably don't want to keep anything on there that could be sort of thrown about by the sea, is my understanding. So we're kind of moving our personal effects over and trying to get Garwop and Nixack over as well.
So as you kind of begin to make that process, I think Cephis, Risha Cephis comes up to you and says, I need to make sure our crew is ready and put about in their hammocks and their quarters. Do you need any help? I can dispatch one of our officers to your help, or are you
the quartermaster? If we could have a talk with him.
Yes, I will say Hollybrad to you. And he was related to one of you, no? You, the nun. What is your name?
Noggle.
All right, very well. Hollybrad will help you get suited in the Midnight Torch, and we will say that first light. Do we have any questions about this situation?
No, everything is perfectly normal.
Yes.
Hunting ships
Very. And
like
now,
any other day.
Quite normal, of course. Yes, yes.
Risha's face like kind of touches his whiskers as he says, "Well, tomorrow we will find out if Captain Flint is ghost or human still." Good night, everybody. I will be off. And then, in the best rogue fashion, of course, he disappears through with a rope out the window.
Okay.
Seems a little theatrical, but fair enough.
I am invited. He swings out.
Good point. Good point.
Do you guys want to talk about anything before the quartermaster enters?
I would like to open a bottle of rum. The clam snaps.
The clam dog, yeah.
It's a bit
Oh,
much
no.
now. So I think I'm gonna switch to rum. Also, I have to tell you guys something. These waters we enter now, they're not familiar to me, but I do know some stuff.
Right.
If you ever set your eyes upon a ship with red sails, it's called the Dragon's Breath, then please notify me, because it could turn ugly.
What is it about this dragon's breath? What's so terrifying about it?
The crew on the Dragon's Breath, they bathe themselves in the blood of their enemies. That's why they're called the Red Shirts. They are notorious pirates and slave traders, and they are led by a captain. I could only describe him as evil.
Red shirts, they
Right.
sound expendable.
Well, let's hope so. Well, yes, shouldn't be hard to miss, by the sounds of it. Rather grotesque. There we go.
Well, I don't think our plan is to sail off in these waters and get into combat. I think our plan is to get to where we need to head to, and that's it. If we can avoid
That fight
combat,
we
I think
will
that's the
only
best bet.
engage if we have the upper hand.
Of course. Shall I prepare hostile magic then? In case?
I'm sorry, Nungle.
Shall we prepare hostile magics just in case?
Please do.
Oh, very well.
Might be worth keeping something in the back pocket just in case we have some fixing to do on the ship as well.
Fixing to do. Oh yes, do we
You
have
know,
extra lumber? Possibly, I could
lumber,
create. Yes,
yes.
If we have lumber, I could try to regenerate the ship as quickly as possible. It'd be difficult to do in combat, but outside of it, shouldn't be much of a problem.
But, you know, just in case.
Good.
Yes.
Maybe we could alter the Nomad Levitator if it comes to that.
Well, it's going to be towed behind us. Roar, what's the size of this ship? Is it enough to? Can we stow the levitator on the side of it, or do we have to tow it?
The Midnight Torch is it's not a big warship. It's more of a frigate kind of size.
Two masts.
I would say you could probably, if you could haul it up on the deck of the Midnight Torch, but it would take up most of the space. It's a three-masted vessel.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is like instead of having it towed behind it, have it like up on like raised up in the back, just so the back end of the boat is kind of sticking in the water. So we just attach it to the boat.
Sure.
Yeah, because from what I remember, the Nomad Levitator is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, and it's not really that big. It's just it's like a speedboat, basically, right?
Yeah, more or less. Or maybe like 2 or 3 speedboats tied together, but something like that.
All right. Nongo cracks his knuckles with his big ass gauntlets on to give him superior strength. Bjorn, would you mind helping me lift the levitator, and we'll stow it to the side of the boat?
Yeah, of course. But we could also have the quartermaster commandeer the men.
Probably more than a 2-man job, to be quite honest.
Well-
As much as I don't deny you're both very capable of doing such a thing, but you know, more the merrier, I guess.
Good.
We
Well,
could also charge him with the duties of getting these supplies we're talking about.
that's correct as well. Might be a better idea.
And as you as you are sitting talking about this, I will say the door opens and in comes Hollybrad. Your great cousin, thrice removed on your grandmother's side, Nongle, enters. He's holding a lit stick of dynamite. As like he has like again, just to remind you how he looks, he's tall for a gnome, so he's like almost dwarf height. He has only 3 fingers of each hand, and has like a kind of like it's kind of his beard is like woven and kind of knit into these hard mustache kind of things, and on the ends it seems like they're almost kind of on fire a little bit with smoke rising from his mustache. He has like one big gold tooth, and then of course like a roughed up pirate hat, and then of course his nomad goggles and like a kind of mechanic's outfit under that. One of his feet is clearly artificial. And he has like and he just comes in waving around a stick of dynamite with a lit fuse as he says, "Right, sir. Captain, acting captain, I have to say I had to help one of you."
Nongle will cast prestidigitation to see if he can put out the actual wick. The fuse. Thank you.
The fuse goes out, and he looks at it. Wait, was that lit all along?
Yes, unfortunately it was. Not careful. And Nongle will hold up all 10 digits. Like, very not careful, my friend. You need to be more careful. Remember?
I usually just like wearing it around, but sometimes it just doesn't. Catching on fire is something things just do next to me sometimes. It's a curse, which we once captured here in the ship. He cast a curse on me, and now things are set ablaze around me. And you see, like, corner of the carpet just starts catching fire next to him.
I'll once again cast prestidigitation. Oh my! How is this ship even still standing with this man aboard?
Usually the intern is following me around with a bucket of water. Do you need my help inside? The intern kind of,
This is your intern? Really? This is the one that's supposed to stop you from blowing the ship up? Interesting.
Yeah, it's Bertolt the shithead. He's the intern, unpaid intern on this ship.
Well, how long have you been on board?
Me?
Who else am I talking
aboard
to?
the Midnight Touch, or
Yes.
I think maybe did we see each other at Cousin Sheila's wedding?
No.
You were not at Cousin Sheila's wedding? What about Aunt Muriel? Were you at Muriel's second wedding?
Muriel's second wedding? I didn't even know she got divorced.
Maybe it was the third wedding we attended? I don't remember.
Third wedding?
The third wedding?
I've been separated for quite some time, actually, but...
I see. Well, one of his eyebrows start to, like, slowly catch fire as he says, I think 2 years before the wedding, so 8 years maybe, are the rum and crime and the pillaging. Sometimes it blurs in it.
Is, let me get that for you. Once again, I'll cast prestidigitation and just pat out his eye.
Sorry, you needed any help with getting your cargo aboard?
Well, we need the whole ship aboard, actually.
The whole ship? Well, if it's a vessel that goes on a ship, it's not a ship, it's a boat.
Fine, the boat. I've named it the Nomad Levitator. It's actually quite nice. I built it with magic completely.
Oh.
Snicksack actually has created an interdimensional space inside that just... Well, we're probably not interested in such things.
Did you say Snicksack?
Yes, Snicksack can go up. They're here.
That landlubber.
Landlubber?
See him. He stole my love from me.
He did not. Do I know about this love?
Give me a history check, I guess.
History check on my family. All right, let's see. It'll be nat 1 for a 12.
You draw a complete blank. You're like, do they even know each other? Like, that's weird.
We're on a mission here. Perhaps you could have family quarrels be left at a later time. We don't need to deal with this at the moment, do we?
As you look at him, he has 2 sticks of dynamite with lit fuses in both of his hands. I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I was busy with something.
Once again, mumbles the prestidigitation to individually put them out. I'll look back at the what was the guy's name that was supposed to be following him around?
You have heard Saphis calling him shithead, but it is Berto the intern.
Shithead!
Yes!
Why am I in charge of putting out all this man's dynamite?
I'm not allowed inside the officer's mess, sir.
Hellbrand, go outside, help get the levitator onto the ship. Go!
You're right.
And if you start anything with...
I see him, I might get...
If you start anything with Six Snack, you'll have more than explosions to deal with. I tell you that right now.
Give me an intimidation roll.
I will... I'll use my knowledge of the ages to give me proficiency in that. So this will be plus 5. 15. Or, sorry,
He puts
it'll
away
be
the
20.
Dynamite. Your uncle was told to be nice by Muriel to you, so I guess I'll do what you say for now. Although it pains me a great deal not to be able to blow that son of a... Oh no, wait. He's my cousin.
Yes, well, technically cousins or uncles or whatnot. Yes, we're all related in some way, shape, or form.
Yar, that's very new age of you. And he leaves.
Nongol will turn back and say and look at everyone while he's got this intimidation up and be like, "Well, let's move then. Let's go."
All right. After you.
What is Steers doing as all of this stupid shit happens?
Okay, on this ship, I want to find the sleeping quarters of the crew.
The so-called poop deck. Yes, very well. You find the poop deck.
Okay, good. How many members are on the crew here?
Probably a pretty big crew. You'd say maybe like close to 100 people, all told. Some of them seem to have passed out in the hammocks. A lot of them are just sitting around barrels playing dice and cards. You see there's like a band of 3 people that are trying, but none of them can figure out how to play an instrument, and they look very sad as they try to add some music, but it's only like sad violin and bad kind of banjo. No one can really play an instrument, so yeah, they're trying to have some music, but they're clearly missing a kind of band here, or like a bard or a musician of some kind. Otherwise, it's just a party down here.
Okay, so we are going to need these men motivated to help us get to Blue Fire Bay, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. I haven't cast my mansion yet, so let's go. Because I also have to think about, first of all, spreading Bjorn's name, second of all, getting some money for the orphanage. So I will do the following. I will cast my magnificent mansion in the room here, and then I will call out to the crew and say, "Gentlemen, do we need..."
And women!
And women! Gentlewomen also.
Yes, that's like 2 Goliath women standing in the back, just like
Of course,
like
my ladies.
beating
How
people
could
after
I just
people.
forget your strong and beautiful figure there in the back? And
Stop shouting and come over here, hot stuff!
how about you come to this wonderful place that I have created for you? I see that all of you are clearly missing some entertainment.
Like the music stops in the background as you're
Yeah.
talking to them.
And I think you need you need to believe in magic. You need to believe in you need something that is more than just this dreary, gloomy atmosphere. Like just look at you. Like this guy is even breathing. Like as I point out one of the hammocks.
One of his friends, like next to him, that be Sleepy Johnson. He's just be a sleeping strange man.
Yeah, you should be just. I think you need some motivation, something that carries you through the day. Some good food, some good music.
Safety regulations aboard ship. Yeah, what about those?
Much better as it just opened the door and just show them what's behind there, like a land of music. I tell my employees, my animal kingdom there to prepare some alcoholic beverages, just like Dambo, bring the rum. Yeah, no, we usually don't carry them out. It's usually just for the parents, and I know we usually only let kids in and friends.
What kind of place is that in there, son? Like an old, like ancient pirate.
It's the place of dreams. It's a place. It's the happiest place on earth.
Do they have any kind of treasures in there, boy?
If you search for it.
Yeah. Yar, lads! I have a treasure in there, and all of them draws their sabers and their weapons.
Just so you know, no one can through unless I allow them to.
No, sir. Can we plunder it or not?
Like if you, for a small fee, and for your cooperation with us, I can let all your dreams come true.
You see the ancient kind of pirate with like the long beard who just spoke to you, and the two Goliath ladies, and one of the officers you were introduced to earlier, the Kelius, the human fighter, like who has like more tattoos than clean skin. They talk to each other, and the ancient pirate returns to you and says, "Yar, we'll pay you this fee, but then we also get to plunder and pillage the place. Yar, savvy."
Sure, you can take anything that you can get out of there. You can keep.
What do you have in there?
All kinds of stuff, all kinds of foods, alcohol, treasures that you just have to discover. Anything that you want, anything that you can get out of there, it is yours.
Yar, har. All right, lads, let's get in there. Now line up pretty and all.
Please.
What's the fee?
Just for a single, like this is you have to believe that this is a place where all your dreams come true. And just for a single gold coin, all your dreams can come true.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll.
Okay, good. Persuasion. Let's see. 35.
Get a 35. All of the pirates, like they clean up nice. They take their swords in their belts and they just line up and they pay you.
How many are there?
You get 82 gold.
82 gold?
Yeah. As
Wow.
it just disappear into Pandora Land. It was one gold
Okay,
each.
good.
It's never the same.
Bolu, start a parade, hide some of our like children's toys, like dress them up, like we have.
As you look into the Pandora Land, like as you let the last pirate in, you look in and it's just everything's on fire.
Sure, I make it that it's not on fire anymore.
Her, what happened? No, we have to put it ablaze again. They start to put it on fire again.
Yeah, I just let them have fun there.
Lads, there's a water park over here, and you see like a bunch of pirates with like a pirate-themed, swimming wings, and kind of like they run towards the water park.
Jim Swallow, just watch out that nobody drowns. We still need these men.
You see all the animals being tormented by the pirates.
don't forget, you are getting. Have fun. And I close the door.
You just hear screams and fire and burning and pillaging.
Don't worry. They have employees benefits. Don't worry.
You just leave them there.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, that happens. What are the rest of you doing as Theus wrecks Pandora Land?
I motivate the crew with that. I hope.
Perfect. Yeah, I get it.
So I'll be kind of reprogramming my spells or whatnot. One quick question for you, Roar. Private Sanctum, is that able to be cast on the vessel?
Remind me of the spell because I don't remember it.
All right, so let me post it for you.
Let's see here. You make an area within range magically secure. As large as 100 feet on each side. It's way like the ship is way too big for that, right? But the
as small as 5 feet, as small as 5 feet to as large as 100 feet.
Yeah, I would say not the ship, but the levitator. Yes.
Okay. All right. And the levitators. Do we have access to the inside of the levitator from the what's the ship called again?
Midnight Torch.
Midnight Torch.
Yeah, like that's one of the aft gun ports. You can kind of generate like an entrance into it.
Okay. I don't think that's gonna be worth it. But I did use my I forgot and picked up a 6th level spell, Arcane Gate.
No, it's a 7th level spell.
Oh, I have to pick a 7th level spell?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Never mind. I will delete that.
Oh no! If it's a result of 7, you choose the level of the spell yourself. Not bad. Yeah.
Because I didn't think it went up to level 7 yet.
Oh, yeah. No, not yet.
Yeah. So okay, I'll put that back in.
But I guess, as it says, you can choose the level of the spell. You can choose any spell that you have, like that you have the spell slots to cast.
Yeah.
So, and right now, you got your 7th level spell slot. So if you want a 7th level spell, I'll allow you to take that.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll take a 7th level spell. I don't know what I'll need, but I'll figure it out.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, Noggle's busy studying.
Cool. Oust?
That's a good question. At some point, I would probably inquire more about this Dragon's Breath ship. Just, Bjorn, this ship, is it bigger than the one we're on?
Yes.
Much bigger?
Longer.
Right, yes. And are they, or were they at one point your kinsmen, or?
It was actually my ship
Oh,
once upon a time.
you do the whole, bathing in blood kind of thing?
Well, I never traded in slaves. And
Slaves.
yeah. Well, you're Chthonian, so
They were Chthonian slaves.
yeah, so
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, fair enough. You know, no love lost there. Sure, we did the opposite, so there we go. I say we, I mean they, but there we go. Fair enough. Good to know, I guess.
But I lended out the ship long ago, and well, they're not welcome in the north anymore. So I suppose here in the pirates' sanctum is where they would travel.
Fair enough. Well, keep an eye out then. Gosh. Well, I don't know what needs to be done really here. Also, don't know where we're meant to be sleeping. I don't really fancy slamming it with the rest of the crew. But there we go. I did hear a lot of shouting coming from the poop deck. Who knows?
And now it's like really silent for some reason.
Yeah, too quiet. But well, you know, I guess we'll see what needs to be done. Looks like everything's all in order, to be honest. Alright, well, just gotta mill around for a bit, I guess. I don't know.
you look at Bjorn Oust, and if you want to, you can try to figure out if you can connect him to the verdant confluence.
That's a good shout. How do we do this? Maybe we need some means of. Do you have some kind of trinket or object that we can perhaps channel this confluence thingy through? It'll take a while, but I'll have a try. You might be able to see your, might be able to tune in your friend the Amber Lord, or something. Might be worth, doing.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything from him. I think Theus maybe have something.
Not necessarily from him, just for yourself. That might be sort of stage 2 is contact the Amber Lord, but might be useful to have at least, well, all of you eventually on board with the confluence.
Well, I have this. I pull out the meteorite metal.
I'll skip a history roll.
Sure. Sorry, this is me not being prepared and didn't have my character sheet open. History roll. That's a 15.
15 is perfect.
From a natural 2. There we go.
That's really good. That is definitely star metal. Star metal is exceedingly rare, and it's metal from outside of the sphere you're on right now. That lands meteorites or comets or stuff like that. It is extremely magical, extremely durable when you need to enchant something, and this will do very, very nicely. If it has some connection to Bjorn, then it will be very easy to plug him into the conference in that way.
This will be perfect.
Good.
Perhaps this evening. I mean, I know that you're all fans of sleeping, but perhaps for a little while you wouldn't mind trancing with me. It's like being drunk, but you're not actually drinking. You just kind of sit there and just kind of tune out.
Can I be drunk?
Yes. Sure, I do it occasionally. But
Then I'm in.
Certainly.
You
Don't
just
get
have
too
like
drunk.
half a glass of Clamnog on your shirt.
Don't get so drunk you fall asleep during it. It is quite difficult sometimes.
Oh, when I'm drunk, I'm usually awake. So.
Excellent stuff. Well, yes, we'll try that in a while. Once things have quietened down here, although they appear to be quietening down now. So yes, come and find me when you're ready, I guess.
Well, I'm here and I'm drunk, so I don't know.
All right. Well, yes. As good a time as any. I'll kind of get out a sort of blanket from the floor to sit down on it. I was like, don't really fancy standing on the sitting on the deck. Just sit down anywhere. Face me, if you wouldn't mind. And,
Sure.
We'll try and do this, I guess. Not already done this before, but worth a punt, isn't it?
Should I Should
Yes.
the rock
Just kind of
Yep.
focus on the star metal.
Okay.
That seems like a good idea. And then I'll summon the blade and just kind of hold it across my lap, cross-legged. And then I was just like, follow me. Just focus. Tune everything else out of your mind, apart from maybe the slight buzz of your own drunkenness. And just this may take a couple of hours, but we'll see. And I will begin to trance and hope that he meditates along with me.
Sure. I will say with the star metal connecting you, go ahead and give me a charisma with proficiency. It's basically Arcana, but with charisma, right? I will say. And go ahead and give.
Arcana with charisma. Shall I just roll a normal charisma check?
No, just give me a charisma check with proficiency. So I guess a charisma saving throw is fine. And you get to do it with advantage because of the star metal specifically.
Lovely stuff. Okie dokie. 25.
25 is enough. You need only 20 to get through. To get one through. So it will be like 1 or 2 nights of work per person.
So I'd imagine, like, initially, I'm kind of in this sort of. It's not really a dome, in this kind of space where I can kind of see all of these strings kind of reaching out, and slowly, sort of, from the green dust that kind of floats, sort of just in suspension around me, begins to kind of coalesce to the point where it forms the shape of Bjorn, and then eventually Bjorn will take his place within this kind of space.
as you sit there, it takes some time for you, and after a few hours, as you're sitting there, Bjorn, basically just watching Oust doing like weird occult shit. I guess, what is Bjorn doing as he's waiting for this to happen?
Well, ever since Bjorn was young, he has been visited by wise women, and he's been spacing out with Mima lots of times. So, and clearing his mind is like the easiest thing for him to do. So I think he's just enjoying like the show and also being drunk.
As that happens, you see Oust, you're like sitting down, trancing, and then at some point, Bjorn, what you see is Oust opens his eyes, but instead of his normal eyes, you just see dark green smoke kind of coming out. And as you look into his green smoke eyes, like the background kind of fades away as you find yourself inside of this weird dark place. On the floor, only if you look at it, like only where your feet is, there's like runes or kind of pictograms of like kind of angular snakes and winged serpents and like jaguars and like kind of blocky axes, and it looks very foreign to you. There's no walls. It's just like a big non-contiguous space. And then in front of you, you see Oust. Completely normal, as he usually looks. But as you look down on yourself, you're like in black, like kind of black and white, but with black and green, basically. And as Oust see you, like you don't have eyes, you just like green smoke going up. And in front of both of you, there's like a big map of Cerenar. Right where you are, there's a bunch of small lights all clustered together. And then around Cerenar, there's like one up north, one to the east, one in the middle, one to the west, one in Staunchflow, one in New Wrath. Small lights.
That went well. There you go. Jolly good. Keep that star metal on you. Seems quite useful. Welcome, I guess. New for me as well. Don't worry. As you can see, that's us. Just kind of points out to this kind of floating sort of dot in this kind of sort of map that's also surrounding us completely. So, let's see. Well, most of these ones, they're all the Zephyses. There's a couple we haven't met by the looks of it, but well, I mean, there's R, there's Hyar. Risha's, yeah, he's right on top of us there. Yes, there's a couple of others. Axia, obviously you know. She's I've told her to go to the place with the creepy cat girl. You know, the orphanage. Just in case. But yes. Well, you know, feel free to peruse and contact as you wish, I guess.
You do know that I know Axia from before, right?
Of course, yes. But yes, so you know, you can contact her any way you need to from here. Should you need to. And anybody else you might want to. We can definitely work on trying to create a connection somewhere down the line.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is me, really, for the evening, to be honest. I'll just kind of sit in here and just kind of check what's going on, see if there's any weird movements. If I see anybody jumping from side to side of the map, then I know something's up, put it that way. But don't really get much of that. So
That's perfect.
Well, usually, Mima and I, at this point in time, we usually take the rooms. So, this is like a ritual, right?
Possibly. I'm a novice at ritual casting. You may remember my last venture into ritual casting didn't end exactly the best. But yes. Perhaps I mean, we can try and make contact with him, or at least try to establish that connection if you want.
Yeah, yeah, we should do that. He could be a great ally.
just from the sake of correspondence as well, it's probably useful just to make sure we know what's going on in your neck of the woods. Raw, is that something that we can do in the same evening as establishing the connection?
I will allow Bjorn to use his downtime for this evening to do that.
Then I will do that.
Happy to assist in any way I can.
I would say, Bjorn, that would probably be, I would say, how does Bjorn want to, like, describe to me what you do? Like, are you trying to do, like, ritualistic shit, or?
I take my acorn of my stone of luck, my acorn from Yggdrasil,
Right?
and I try to focus on the life within it, and think of Mima's connection with the woods and the forests and the lands in the north, and trying to find him via the vegetation and the earth.
As he's doing that, I'd imagine like the green dust that kind of just suspended in the air around here just begins to form like the silhouettes of trees and shrubs and grass.
Precisely. So the weird dust around you begins to eerily resemble your forested homeland, like frost on the ground kind of around you. Bjorn, go ahead and give me a religion roll with advantage.
Religion.
18. That's fine. That's the start. And as you sit there, all of this dust around you looking like trees and grass and your homeland. At some point, as you're sitting here and trying to focus on the life of the seed, of the physical manifestation of your and Nemo's friendship, the dust kind of whooshes around the acorn. And suddenly you're standing with one in one hand, and then a seed in the other. What do you do with the seed?
Could I try to bury it in this green, dusty illusion?
Yeah, we'll try to plant it. Sure, you might want to ask for help with some tools or something, but yeah.
Do you have like a shovel?
Do I? I get out Shirley. As I say, now if you'd asked me for anything else, then you'd been shit out of luck. But shovels, I can do. Help yourself. Maybe if you do that, I'll keep here and just keep concentrating on the connection, just to make sure there's no, disconnection at any point. The internet might go down, Wi-Fi goes up and down, signal might be lost. So,
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just gonna plant the seed.
It's all the arcane. But yes, and I'll hold on whilst you. Yes, but please, take the shovel, which is just essentially the same thing. It looks like Shirley in the real world, but it's just sort of inverted polarized color green version of Shirley.
Perfect. You get the shovel out, Bjorn, and I guess you plant the seed. Where you kind of put the shovel down, this hard black rock kind of seems to, like, it kind of, the illusion or the magic or the visuals kind of it kind of glitches out for a second, as it looks like green soil as you kind of dig a hole and you plant the seed. And as you plant it, then what's the next step after you planted it?
I look at the oust and then I like shrug and then I pull down my pants and I water the seed.
I avert my green smoky gaze.
Bjorn, go ahead and take an inspiration for pissing inside of the verdant shard.
As I look away, just the entire area goes slightly out of focus as like my focus sort of turns away, but it's still there. It's just a bit blurry.
And as you water the seed, you see a small sapling kind of grow up from the soil. Still young, it still needs care and time to grow, but it is a beginning.
Mimo, he will understand.
I'll take a word for it.
All right, and I'm going to go ahead and add I'm going to add Mimo, the Mimo connection in your downtime, and I'm going to put in religion, and I will put it at 120. So, and that is after your first kind of roll here. So, you can now use your downtime to try and water this tree and get Mimo connected into the verdant confluence.
I'm gonna bring something other to water with next time. Like, yeah,
Might be worth it, you know. I'm not
yeah.
the botanist myself, but there we go.
Here's
Just
your
basically
shovel.
killing off the grass around it, which is interesting. But there we go.
Oh yeah. Thanks for the shovel.
Yeah, perfectly fine. You know, gotta take the old girl out for a spin every now and again. So there we go. Well, I mean, you're welcome to stick around for a bit if you want, or you know, if you want to sleep, then you know you can do what mortal folk do. That's fine. Yes, I'll just be here, looking around.
Bjorn is maybe just walking a bit around, and then he.
The entire time
back.
he's walking around, I have to keep my eye on him just to make sure I stay focused on it. It's like, yeah.
Nanko, what are you doing? I see you have an evil smile. What are you doing in the meantime?
Oh, I'm just laughing at what the hell's going on here. The whole I'm gonna piss to water a tree. I think it's fantastic.
What is Nanko and Theus doing as Alistair and Bjorn is trancing without inside the officer's mess?
Well, Nogle's gonna be going through the manifest, and he kind of sees a page in there that reminds him a little bit of what Theus was doing with his amusement park. And he may only have this for a day, but he has this in case he needs it. And he tries to recreate, in his mind, the biggest, best water park for everyone to go and visit, should he need to. So I pick a magnificent mansion out of the manifest.
We'll have that for the next day. What are you doing the rest of the evening?
I'm going to be making sure that the Levitator is up on deck and everyone is ready to go.
Kind of raise it up so it's like kind of tied to the aft part of the ship.
Yeah.
And like one of it's not a gun port, it's a ballista port, but one of the aft ballista ports have kind of been made into like kind of a gangway between the Levitator and the Midnight Torch.
Perfect.
So you have access to both of the vessels right now.
Perfect. And then when I'm done that, I'll go down and see Theus.
All right, Theus, are you still making sure Pandora Land is okay?
I know it's like going on flames, but I can fix that. So while everyone is doing their stuff, I just want to like quickly where are we currently?
You are. I will show you. I will actually get us to the Rathuria map here to show you precisely what island we're on. We are on Jormund Island in Åhaven.
Okay, good. And how far is to Blue Fire Bay?
Then we'll need to go back to the other map. Blue Fire Bay is here, next to Blue Fire Gorge, or at the end of Blue Fire Gorge, which is this beautiful place. And that's around 200 miles as the bird flies. So 3-4 days of travel.
Yeah.
Can we ping like a little cross on the map just so we can keep track of where it is?
Yep. Do you see it?
Fantastic. I mean just like a
Like
a
color
permanent sort of hex style thing, just that shows us where it is.
It's Blue Fire Gorge.
Blue Fire Gorge, yeah.
you just colored in somewhere.
I will just do a small little circle there.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
That is Blue Fire Bay there, right? Yeah. And above that Blue Fire Gorge.
Okay.
Okay, while we are still on this island, I just want to look for, like, just ask the crew while they are, like, thrashing the place, while everyone else is doing their thing, if there's a courier or, like, some kind of, like, delivery service here, like long distance, like, delivery service.
Who are you asking? Are you asking, like, the Goliath ladies or the ancient pirate?
Who looks the most knowledgeable about that island here?
Like the ancient pirate, by virtue of being ancient, I would say looks
good.
knowledgeable, right? Yeah.
Mister.
You also see the intern half-heartedly trying to rob a family of mice. But his heart is not in it. He's doing it to not get bullied by the pirates.
Okay, good.
So you can.
I tell the mice that they should sew him a dress just so he can better fit in. They should treat him like a princess today.
All right, sir. We will show him a dress. We can do it. We can sew it.
Like bring some birds here. Like play little songs. He doesn't look too much in it. Just our motto is this is the happiest place on earth, and nobody should look like so gloomy here. So just do something to make him happy, okay?
The intern just kind of like his knees are wavering as he like was holding up a knife and he just drops it. Thank you, Mr. How did you know I didn't like the situation I was in?
Okay. You cannot go through with that attitude. You won't get through life, I tell you.
No, but how do I rob someone?
People will fucking stomp on you, walk all over you, and you won't get anywhere. If you keep having that attitude, you will stay an intern for life. And you don't want that, right?
No, I want to be a captain one day.
Yeah.
I just don't have PATs.
Stick out your chest. Eat, like, drink some honey. Do something against your voice.
Oh, okay. I might just need to grow up. I'm only 17. I'm a little blue, my mom says always.
But being 17 is no excuse for being a fucking, like...
shithead.
Walking man. Like, what's that, like, a walking,
they call me sometimes a bootlicker, a shithead,
yeah. Like
they call me a weakling.
Like,
oh yes, a doormat. Many times.
Right, it's a doormat. So,
yep, I've been called that as well. Actually, they tattooed that on my back, and he like takes down his shirt and just says "fucking doormat" on his back.
So, I'm calling over the most badass of my animals here. So I'm calling over.
Yo, man, what's up? I'm the anthropomorphic shark guy. I'm very, very dangerous. He's wearing shades at night.
Yeah, shark rats. Oh, today is not your day. I'm talking about the one.
All right.
I'm talking about the only M rat, Ricky rat. You know, the one that runs this place.
Oh yeah, the boss. Sure.
The boss. Yeah, I wanna call it boss. You know, Ricky rat.
Are you talking about me? And like on top of the shark, a rat is standing.
You're the most badass motherfucker in this place. And
I know. That's why I smoke. And he's smoking a cigarette.
So Ricky rat, I want to make a man of him. You know about the song like "Be a Man."
You know what?
Be swift as the coursing river, with all the force of the typhoon, of the strength of the raging fire, and mysterious as the dark side of the moon. I want this man to be like that.
You know what? Besides the obvious kind of ties into toxic masculinity, I think you're right, Theus. And he points at you, and then he points at the intern. And he says, "You, sir, you. Now you try to give me 20. Right." And then like the shark like kind of like pulls it out and says, "I get you to be a stone cold killer in no time. All right, Theus.
He's gonna make a man out of you, so you won't.
I don't care about his gender. I just care about his being a hardcore criminal with no remorse.
Yeah. Show me the way.
When I'm done with you, you'll kill a family of mice without blinking. You just want to stomp on critters all the time, just like me, Ricky the Rat.
Yeah. So intern, listen to him. Like he has no remorse. he
All right, I'm taking notes. Kill animals. All right. Anything else?
maybe not killing animals, but just
But he said to,
trying to be
to-
more ruthless, like you are, like you know about like.
Do you
some,
think
like,
I'm
little
ruthless?
business out of like existence.
All right. Sure. Do you think there's room for a baker on the ship?
Sure, bakers also as long like over like muscles, like bring in some muscles.
All right. Sure. All right. He writes down. Get swole. Okay. So killed animals get swole.
No, not to kill animals. Come on.
But he said, yeah, I told him to kill animals. What are you on about?
Me like more ruthless in the sense of like trying to like get one.
Give it more help. This Jack says.
Yeah, like you train his body, and recreate you train his mind. Okay.
Oh, do you mean like in the wise old kung fu turtle kind of way?
Yeah, like for example, how to like storm to the business out of like tax evasion, like the usual stuff that you're used to.
Yes, sure. All right. So first thing about tax evasion is move your address to another country. All right, come on, kid, sit down. And he sits down at one of the like undersized desks as they begin to talk about how to evade taxes within Pandora Land.
Okay.
Tune in to Epic Boon Productions, where we teach you how to evade your taxes.
Yay!
He's scared for. All right. So I'm looking for that old guy.
Now, what do we say to the IRS? Not today! Say it louder!
Not today!
I think it screams.
All right. So. Okay, good.
Turns out the rogue skill evasion also works with the taxes.
It's like the subclass, the rogue with the not evasion, he has tax evasion.
Then you can go ahead and take your inspiration back because that was an absurd scene you made me do there. All right.
Okay, good. So, old guy. How do you like the
Yeah.
It's pretty fun, right?
I killed the same animals twice, sir. So
Yeah,
really
don't worry,
wicked.
like we have more of them.
Yarr,
Anyways.
I pissed in the sink twice.
Yeah, someone is going to clean up, not you. You just have
It's a real weird sink. It blew my piss everywhere. It just went everywhere.
Yeah, okay, good. So, where is, like, does that island here, like, have some long-distance delivery service? Just, like, something, like, that can be trusted to, like, deliver packages somewhere?
Sure, I can deliver a package for you.
Well, we might need you on the mission onto Bluefire Bay, but someone...
Sure, I'll put it on to someone else. What is the package, sir?
Can I trust that guy?
Give an insight.
Okay, wait a second.
What is your passive insight, maybe, first of all?
Yeah, for some reason I just accidentally like pushed Theus somewhere. Wait a second. Where's Theus? Okay, I accidentally moved him somewhere. Wait a second. Okay, now he's back. So inside,
Perfect.
my passive insight is 12.
Yeah, you know, this guy is drunk and trying to rob you.
I cast suggestion on him.
Sure. Oh, you're
Like, first of all, I will say some words like with my unsettling words at her. All right. Just so you know, have you seen that Goliath friend that I have? And he can fuck anyone up that fucks with me. So
Yeah, I don't like getting fucked with her.
So you should better be truthful and helpful in that aspect here. So I will cast suggestion on him, and he also subtracts 7 from his wisdom save.
Yeah, he doesn't make it.
No one's gonna make that.
20, he would have made it. That's it.
No, if it were 20, like it would still be 13, I think.
Yeah, you're right. He gets hazy-eyed. He's like, "Yarr."
Okay, I would suggest him that he should tell me the most trusted, most direct, fastest way to deliver a package to a distant place on this island. Tell me someone that can do this very trustful, that I can actually trust and is not trying to fuck me over.
If you take down to the town and you talk to the Aarakocra there, They sometimes they deliver packages. Very trustworthy folk.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry about the trying to rob you part, sir. It's because of my
It's
own
okay.
insecurity.
And I mean, I'm happy for you because if I found out that you fucked me over, your head would be missing the next day. Because
Yeah.
look at
You know,
like have you
you
seen
know-
the have you seen the muscles on that Goliath on the barbarian?
Yes, actually, usually I do the pirate voice because I'm afraid that the others will judge me for being old and weak. So usually I just need to stab and rob people not to get bullied.
Just so you know, you should not let the opinions of others decide how you should live your life.
Okay, I'm gonna give my persuasion roll.
Okay, good.
This is an episode. It's episode zero.
I love it.
Speaker today.
This is fantastic.
25.
No, 45.
You know, you're right. I'm old enough to be myself.
Yeah, like live the last. You might not have long to live, but you should at least live the last days of your life as yourself.
You know what? You're right. That's great. My name is John, and I love sniffing feet. And he like rips his
Okay, good.
shirt.
Okay, good. John, thank you, John. Okay,
Where's
John,
them big
have
sweaty
fun.
feet at? Come over. Give it to me. Come here, bear man. Let me sniff him.
I make my way to the town to Erkoga.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I will ask
Abort,
to send
abort!
a package to the
Hey, like you can like feet. That's cool.
yeah, like there are many who have that fetish, so I'm not judging. So
Thanks.
so I go ask for a package delivery to Green Slate. I just want.
All right. It's like a like it looks like a fisherman of some kind. Right. I'm going over west. I'll send it to one of my contacts. Right. You going to pay me for
How
it?
much does it cost a package, like just a small package to Green Slate?
5 gold.
Okay, good.
5. Yes.
I will pack, like, first of all, I will pack 50 gold and then 5 gold for the payment. So I will pay. So it's 50. So 5 gold for him and 50 gold in the package, and also letter in the package.
All right.
The letter is not to be disclosed until like it's current. There's a letter, but I'm not having it now. But they will know as soon as the letter is delivered.
The dinner disappears inside of the feathers of the aircraft. All right.
And the 50 gold, like there's a package with the letter in the package. Okay, thank you. Please make it so that's delivered as quickly as possible.
My pleasure.
Would
I'll make sure it goes
Nongo have caught up with Leon by this time, or?
At this point, yeah, like I'm going
right.
back to ship.
If you're sending a letter, I can make it so it's only readable by the person able to read it, if you'd like.
It's okay. I'll send it directly to my contacts there. It would better if like the whole place there would be able to read it.
Well, of course, I'd just make it so the messenger can't read it, is what I'm saying.
No, it should be readable by a lot of people.
Oh, very well.
In some part.
What are you guys doing on your downtime for tonight? After that, you just send your letter, and I guess like if you want to, you can still have a roll on something.
Okay, I'm talking like Noggle. Anything else you want to talk to me about?
I just wanted to let you know that I really enjoyed Pandora Land, and I was able to toss through my book pages, and I was able to find a simulacrum of your spell. So I could do the same thing if needs be for the day, if should you find the need to use other magics or whatnot. That's all.
It's fine. Like, if we need a safe place somewhere, I think my magic is a lot more limited, so it's okay if I don't have such strong magic at hand. I believe that if you prepare magic that can help us outside of like resting, especially because my magic is more supportive in kind, so it doesn't matter if I don't have one of my higher magics.
Well, I already took it. It's already done. I've been trying to...
You can use it like if it's really, really like dire. I think it's better like you have that spells. You have like your higher level spells for dire situations.
Oh, dude, you see the manifest, and I'll break it out in front of you, and all you can see is really, really bad gnomish poetry. You see right here, it's actually the incantation to the actual spell that you cast. However, I have been able to actually duplicate that spell. It's free for me to use if I'd like. If you will take up the magics or whatnot, but I mean,
Like
it's
free in the sense
available.
of, like, it would still cost you like your magic capabilities.
It would cost me my magic capabilities, yes. But I mean, however, this level of power, I mean, unless we were in dire straits, I don't think it would work. But just in case, I think I have another portal to your Pandora land, in case we need it.
Yeah, but
It's
just, like,
it's my version
like-
of Pandora land. I can't actually copy yours exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But I would.
yeah, like if we are not in like danger situation, I would like to see it. But just like keep your high level magics like for like things that could help us in such like situation when somebody like, for example, like is very hurt. I think I can't do anything about this.
Oh, I can
I hope
definitely.
that you-
But well, we have days travel to Bluefire Bay, and who knows what spell my tome
We
will
don't
give
know
me
what
in the next
encounter,
day.
So, like, I just want to like give everyone a good night's rest, some good food, some like entertainment and excitement. So it doesn't matter as much for me if we have like if I'm not missing if I'm missing my high
Right.
level spell.
Well, we'll have it
And
for
of
the
course,
next
I would
day
like
as
to
well.
see yours. It's just like if for example, if we are relaxing and something really bad happens, then I would rather like it if you have your magic capabilities rather than me.
Of course, but we have days to travel, and I'm sure nothing will provoke us on the way to Bluefire Bay. I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll be fine, right?
Have you ever been fine?
Of course.
We will find out.
We've had
Are
some
you doing
downtime
any-
before.
Are you doing anything with your downtime for tonight, or no?
So I have the door and Magicite for the door on my
Yes.
downtime.
Magicite is what you need to gather to get the door to work,
Okay,
and the door is the research. So if you want to sit down and do research on it,
I'll roll for the door then, and then Magicite is what I will add that manually, right?
yeah, that's
Okay.
correct.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
I
cool.
will just ask his cousin again to roll like help me like with tinkering.
Oh, that's next time.
Yeah.
All right, sure. As long as I don't need to look at that stupid sob.
Oh no!
That stupid sob, Hollybrad.
Stop it! We need to get along. Fight when we're off the ship.
You can go ahead and do it with advantage. Or no, was it 2 rolls or was it with advantage?
Like
Yeah,
I have been rolling
twice.
15 and 6. All right. Getting along. This was
All
a
right.
good day.
Perfect. That's real good, Nongo.
Yeah, I
So
got.
you're getting
I'm 60 out of 500, so 12% right now.
perfect. So you're getting closer. The kind of magnificent mansion spell kind of helps you a little bit to conceptualize some of the demi-planar kind of things and how to do a doorway that works like that.
Good. Perfect.
You definitely feel like that. That gives you some of the things. Theus, you were training what again? Language or
Tinkering tools.
theory tools? Yeah. You're definitely getting closer as well. All right. And 1 second here. All right. I just got a message from Evan that says he will be there ASAP. I'm just checking what he says here. Just to be sure. What he says here. All right. Never mind. Yes. All of you can take a long rest if you haven't done so. And then it is the next day.
And I'll roll for my oops. I forgot.
Well, I
Next
thought
day,
you already did that with the.
I did it with that. So,
dimension.
but I don't have to re-roll it now. I re-roll it afterwards, right?
Yeah, so now
Okay,
it is
alright.
the 3rd of Bellum. And you have already rolled for the third of Belen. So this is the next day.
Okay, perfect.
And we join our heroes as you have set off from Orshaven to the east on the midnight torch. We sail out here, and you have kind of been up for a few times. Like some of the pirates are clearly hungover. Bjorn, you're not hungover because you're used to it. But the rest of you are kind of hanging out on the top of the ship, I guess, or inside of the Levitator. Oust. As you're standing, where on the ship are you this morning? I guess are you having a cup of tea, or what are you doing? Like,
I guess if Bjorn is helming the ship already, then I guess I would be observing him on my continued study of the
sailing.
doing. Yeah,
that
sailing.
Makes
That's the
a
one.
lot of sense.
That's the word.
Lesson 3. Maintenance of wood.
Sounds like an innuendo, but let's go for it. If it's not the innuendo. Carry on.
Perfect. After a while, like an ancient imperial eagle kind of flaps down onto the ship and kind of perches itself on the wheel next to you and Bjorn. You recognize this eagle. This is Arkeel, your family eagle. It's an animal messenger that has been in the family for at least 40 years, you would think. Probably longer, 240 years, I meant to say, yeah.
Bjorn, I know you were saying the other day about that it's very bad luck to kill an albatross at sea, but what about a large eagle?
Call for house! Call for house!
Yeah, yes, speaking. Yes. Well, is there a message on his leg? How is he giving that message?
Well, you have to take the eagle up to your ear to talk in it.
Okay, I kind of raise it on my arm. Yes.
Well, hello, darling. It's Mom. How are you?
Okay.
How's
yes.
my love? It's been ages since we've heard from you. Since you went to that dreadful place in the west. Where
Yes,
do you find yourself now, my beautiful son?
Yes, dearest mother. Well, yes, waylaid. I'm, just out and about in, going for some day tripping in the sea. Just having a couple of weeks off before getting right back to it in the Kalahari Desert. So,
Well, there's a lot of rumors that I've heard that you were quite dead in the horrible accident in the desert. But then our spies told us something different, ma. You're somehow related to the renegade Nongol, is that correct?
Never heard of him. No. In fact, actually, there was something. I was on the road out to one of the ports, and we did bump into some conventicle swords. They did. In fact, I think they did mention such a fellow, but no, never heard of him.
Honey, we at the 24th Legion, we have quite the extensive network, and we work with the Imperator's chosen scouts and contacts around all of the places of Cerenar, and you have been identified at least thrice.
Well, nice to be noticed, isn't it?
No, well, I'm just calling to make sure that, of course, you do not disgrace our family name. That would be the first kind of thing.
Oh no, I wouldn't dare to, mother. No, not at all. Why would I possibly do that? I'm sure the rest of you, dear brother and sister, do just a good enough job of that themselves, don't they? But yes, there we go. No. I am, of course, the pinnacle of family loyalty.
Darling, your insolence is as always disheartening to meet your father.
Yes,
Father says hello.
Does he say hello? I find that very hard to believe, but there we go. Okay.
Perception is reality, my boy. But what is quite the most important part of my call, and now we have dispensed with the so-called pleasantries, that sword. Tell me about it.
I have, again, well, just something I picked up in a bazaar.
You know,
thought it would look nice.
you are many things, Alice, but you're not stupid, and you do not play me for a fool. So please, tell me about the sword.
Why do you express such an interest in an old sword? Mother dearest.
Give me your best guess.
Oh, I'd imagine you have some snooping to do, you know. But, let's face it, the family, you and father, aren't exactly, averse to sticking your noses in when they're not wanted, are they? So, you know. But, you know. I suppose anything that gets you ahead. Yes. Well, you know, the sword is a mere party piece, shall we say. A weak enchantment, you know, gives me the odd flourish at the odd courtly dinner. But I can assure you, there's nothing particularly interesting about it past that.
Go ahead, give me a deception roll.
Can I ask something while he's rolling?
He's just saying this into an eagle that just on its feet. Yeah.
Is
17.
Is this how you talk to an eagle?
Yeah, and the sound is like.
Hello, eagle.
Yeah, it is. So the mouth is as at his ear,
and he's talking in the asshole.
His,
the foot. Okay, that was his asshole.
And does he take the eagle's ear and talk into?
No, he talks into its feet. The feet has like a ring on it.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes. Yes. What was that? Yes.
All right, Evan, it's good to have you back, but you have some kind of disturbance on your mic, man. There you go. All right, we'll return to that in a second. 13. No, so the party piece is what impaled those conventicle troops with green crystal that we could not identify the origin of. How extraordinary! Now, so what party shop do I get that? Maybe in Mike's Hall of Baloney?
Do you know, I think Mike's Hall of Baloney was where, hang on, was it Mike's Hall of Baloney that you and father met in? You were working there at the time, weren't you? Is that right?
All right.
Perhaps he was providing the baloney to you. I'm not, you know, the old story does get a bit fuzzy in the old mind every now and again, doesn't it?
Real family here, guys, right now. Epic Boon Productions, real family.
Now that would be quite enough, young man.
Look, I do thank you for dropping in and, you know, checking in, and I'm sure the family are doing just fine, but, well, I really have things to do, I'm afraid, you know, important archaeological work, so if you wouldn't mind, I do have to go and do things, I'm afraid. Sorry.
Oust, my boy, this is an olive branch. I know we have our misconceptions, and we have our differences.
Oh, do we? Right, yes. Differences. We're calling them that.
You cannot, of course, you cannot be the same, like, a centurion like your brother or a high-ranking bureaucrat within the Ministry of Free Labor like your sister.
Yes,
we understand. But come home. Bring that artifact. We will get the army arcanists to have a look at it, and you might bring the Imperium glory yet.
Oh, I do hope so. Goodness me. Because all the time I've been out here, what I've been really trying to do is bring glory to the Imperium.
Yes, quite. Isn't that just the most marvelous thing to do?
Isn't it just? Yes. With a decrepit old, out-of-touch regime. There's nothing really like, you know, pushing that to the forefront. You know. But I'm sure they'll have a chance to create enough glory for themselves soon enough, won't they? But of course, you'd know about that through father.
So, shall I take that as you denying your lineage and the request of your family?
Oh, you take that however way you want. Mother dearest.
All right, sir. All right. Oust, I will have to confer with your father as to your...
Don't send this fucking hawk again.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever stood on the deck of a ship talking in an eagle's feet? Fucking awful.
Quite many times. You've been with me half of those.
Half too many. But there we go. Well, anyway.
All right. Well, I will confer with your father, and we will figure out a suiting punishment when you get home from that bender with your friends, I assume.
Oh, I am glad. Oh, goodness me. Yes, there's nothing like some good punishment from mummy and daddy, is there? Goodness me.
No, yeah,
Is there anyone hanging up a falcon? I don't know.
yeah, you could just throw it overboard, I guess. All right,
Yeah, I'm
then
just gonna push it away. It's like, ah.
you just hear from the mouth of the eagle as you throw it away. Ta-ta!
I kind of lift up I kind of sort of summon the sword and just start lifting up, just pointing, just following it around the air. It's like, I could fucking do it. I could fucking
It's just
do
a very old, very weak eagle.
Yeah, it's like I can make you fucking feathers. There we go.
All of you heard that conversation, I guess, with Oust, or at least outside of it.
We just talking to a giant sea pigeon.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Is your family druids?
No, they are. Or worse.
Worse than druids. Druids are actually quite
Yes.
kind people.
Exactly, they're worse than druids.
Oh, so
They are completely the opposite of druids in that respect.
not as bad as sorcerers then, of course.
Not quite as bad as sorcerers, goodness knows. No.
Sorcerers, horrible, despicable people.
Yes. But they did mention you, so you know.
They mentioned me. Oh, good.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
bad.
that's,
Probably bad. It's probably bad.
Very bad. Yes. Turns out.
In what aspect did they mention me?
Oh, known criminal, nongle, yada yada yada. Nothing that we don't know already. But
Right,
you know.
right. Known criminal. Oh.
Yes. Known gnome criminal. Yes. But yeah, there we go. I mean, then it's other horseshit, families. Anyway, I think we can all move on from that. I don't think we need to discuss that any further. You were talking to me about maintenance, Bjorn.
Yeah, but tell me again. Like, you mentioned when we talked about history, you mentioned, I think it was your great grandfather, and he was one of the only ones you liked. You actually never told me about your mother or your father, for that matter.
Oh well, you know what? Let's see. Trying to figure out how I arrange in my own head. Well, I mean, it's quite possible that you may have bumped into my mother down the line sometimes, albeit across the battlefield. Maybe not, but there we go. Father, you wouldn't have. He's much more of a coward. But there we go. Yeah, he's much more about sticking his nose where it's not wanted in the middle of the city instead of the battlefield. But yes.
Your mother is a warrior?
I wouldn't call her a warrior. I'd call her a bitch, but I don't know about a warrior.
That was great. I'm sorry.
She's
a commander.
In a manner of speaking, one of the smaller legions. Nothing big. 24th or something.
Well, you know the 24th Legion is one of the more feared military kind of organizations within the Imperium. If you see the banners of the 24th, when you land, you go back to your ships.
Well, I can't say I've ever met her.
But I wouldn't call her a warrior anyway. She's not one to lead from the front, shall we say. But if she can maintain her own hide, leathery as it is, then she will do. But there we go. Perhaps my brother dearest would be out there as well. I can't remember where he was. Well, he might be on some kind of privy duty in one of the forts at this point. I can't remember.
Is everyone in your family in the military?
No. My sister isn't. No, she's has a more ministerial role, shall we say?
We don't have those in the north.
No. She's well, I mean, I'd call her the most loathsome member of my family, but they're all about on par. So that's nice. But rather a black sheep, I guess. There we go.
But you're green.
Green sheep. Sure, that doesn't sound right. But who knows? There we go. But they are the large cheeses, or some of the large cheeses in the Caphonian aristocracy.
Well, I like cheese. Are you a criminal to the Empire now then?
Oh, I do hope so.
Because that make three of us. I think Theus is is left out, and I guess.
Sorry,
the new-
this
the new-
is
the
Fierce, heir to giant assassin called Fierce. I've got a feeling he might be involved somewhere down the line in terms of being wanted.
And our
I
new
don't think I
Fierce
know.
is a pirate, so he's definitely wanted as well.
Well, yes, that's true. I'll believe it when I see posters of my face on it. But for now, hello, Risha.
Sorry?
Creepy being off me.
Oh, Safis. Once again, another Safis. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Pleasant voyage on your ship so far. We barely even taken off from dock yet, but
If any of your lookouts and if you see any other eagles coming towards us, just feel free to shoot them out of the sky. But we will not be. I will not be accepting post at this time. Or maybe return to sender. I don't know how that works. But yes. Anyway, the larger family are well. Let's say I am a professional disappointment to them. Hopefully. But yes.
well, try to be so detached from your family. Yet every time you run into one of them, they seem to embrace you for some reason. You have one eagle. I have all of the eagles.
I'm sure my dear mother and father would embrace me on any return, but only to stab me in the back. So,
Well, good.
You both sound to have very sad family lives.
Well, my family would speak differently, but they
some of my
distract
happiest
me
summers I
from
was left
things
behind
that I'm
in the
supposed to
city
be
when they
doing.
went on holiday.
Yes. Theus, what about your family?
I rest my case.
I mean, shouldn't you be happy that you have a family? And
Yeah.
Not when you have
As an
family like
orphan,
mine.
I'm a nomad. Family everywhere. There's no shortage of them, that's for sure. But
Yarr, that's right. And you see the quartermaster like appearing behind acting Captain Cephis with like a tray with a teacup on it, and he's like struggling to keep it steady as there's
Sick
just like,
dynamite coming out of the teapot.
as his sleeve has caught fire. So he's trying to put out the fire as he's holding up the teapot. Captain, your tea. Arr.
where's Shithead?
Thank you kindly, friend.
He's supposed to put these flames out. Where's Shithead?
No.
I can do it. I can commit tax evasion. You can hear from down there. Quick recap, Cephis. So yesterday, Aust and Bjorn got weird and occult within the officers' lounge.
As they
Noggle read a book, and Theus conjured Pandora Land for the whole crew, who went into pillage and plunder the animal amusement park, basically. They have returned, but without hangover because it's not real drink that they have been drinking.
no, they can still get drunk there. Just they can't get anything out of there.
Yeah. So
Food
when
and food and drink is actually provided there.
Oh, all right,
They
so-
can't- it's real in there, and you can get full and drunk there. It's just you can't take anything out of there.
I see.
So
So they got very drunk.
Can you
and
take
then
your drunk
they-
out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Food, you also can get sated out. Any
Okay,
food or drink
yeah.
is actually because it says in the mention that food and drink is actually provided. It's just
Yeah.
you can't take anything out of there.
So you can be poisoned in the mansion and bring your poison out. In this case, alcohol. Yeah,
Yes.
that makes sense.
I think it just works with food and drink. Actually.
Let's just nothing too hard about that. And then inside of there, Theus met the intern, the shithead, and got him to get lessons of how to be a real criminal by Ricky the rat and Sharky the anthropomorphic shark gangster, and they taught him how to commit tax fraud within Pandora Land.
Yep.
Of course.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yep.
So par for the course, right?
Okay, good. I think so back to that Ost. And no, you probably don't from what I've heard. You're talking that you don't get along with family. And I know we can't choose our family, but it's the only one that you have in the world. and it's not everyone is. I have seen many kids who, because I've seen the orphanage, who have not any parents, not any family, not even brother and sister, and it's weighing hard on them. I think
As much
you should
as I
be
would
happy
like
that
to
you
get
have at
involved
least
with a
family
therapy
in
session
the world.
this morning, I think we have far better things to do. Well, yes, I think the least about my family, the better. Don't pass judgment until you've met them, shall we? I'm sure at some point we all will, knowing them. But yes, let's move briskly on. Yes, I appreciate that we have all manner of familial relations, but yes. No. Can't
What
compare
about you,
apples to
Bjorn?
oranges.
Bjorn, family.
Nothing to talk about. My father just died.
Lucky you.
Lucky.
Sorry,
no.
I mean my condolences, but you know,
That was a real sad moment.
I'm sorry. Okay, all right. I
Well,
overstepped the line. I
Yes.
apologize.
Seems like your
But an
tribe
interesting
would be
morning.
quite attached to your family. Perhaps. Yes, we should move on from this topic.
Who is your father, Bjorn? I could ask. Just pour a drink out for him later.
Sadly, he's stuck in between. He can't go to Valhalla because he died of old age. He was a fisherman.
Oh. When you
And,
say recently,
Oh yeah, I met him.
But you met him recently.
Rishasifist shrugs at this, having only known Bjorn for 2 days, assumes that's a normal thing to say, and goes on with his day.
When I was shunted from existence when we fought in the arena, I briefly got to meet him, and yeah, I haven't really thought about it since because House told me to clear my mind, and that worked really well.
Slight guilt at saying that, but you're welcome, I guess.
Are you sure you're not all sociopaths?
Oh,
I don't know what that means.
Fair enough. Alright, well, that aside, DM, how long is it until we reach Blue Fire Bay?
We haven't even left yet. We haven't got anywhere yet.
We just left.
Yeah, but we've been out for like a day, basically.
Three or four. It's like 270 miles from you, right? So I'll say it's in this ship with a favorable wind, it will be 3 days.
All right. And is it looking to be like we'll have a favorable wind, or?
Give me a luck roll.
All right.
Oh.
Second.
longer we
Give
take,
me
the
a
more
second
downtime
one.
training we get. So
Yeah.
also the more chances of the big red ship. So.
Tabletop likes to load. Still.
That's
loading.
fine. Anyone else can roll a luck roll if you want to.
Yeah, someone else, because my table's just taken an hour and a half here.
I propose Alex rolls it.
Alright, I propose anyone but Alex.
All right, Ost, go, Ost, go, Ost, do it.
Just a luck roll, did you say?
Yeah,
just a D20.
straight D20. All right.
With this man.
Hey, that's 7 times higher than what
exactly
you usually
2 days.
roll. So it's 7 times higher than what you usually roll.
Yes.
Rude, but true.
It is.
Well,
It's not good enough
last
to
roll
be
was
bad,
a
but it's not high enough to be good.
two.
Three full days and nights of sailing, you would say, Risha.
Decent enough.
We are out on the sea now, right?
Yeah, you're like an hour out of Oahaven.
Okay. Just for like, and we are getting like into deeper sea, so just in case we are encountering anything on this day, I will inspiring leader everyone, so everyone gets 5+. So it's actually 18 HP now, so just in case.
Cool.
And I will do this by saying, Do you believe in the song of your heart? You can feel the voice inside your head. You really should roll no once no more. Do you believe in the song of your heart? And this inspiring here.
Beautiful.
I don't know why.
I never knew you could go so high.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm so inspired by that.
It's a good tune.
The ancient pirate that you saw yesterday, Theus, the one that you liberated from toxic masculinity. He comes up. Yar, that was a beautiful tune. Oh, sorry. Sometimes I still talk pirate-like because it has almost become part of me. You sing beautifully. Maybe could you maybe man the orchestra, and you see like a one-man kind of band get up that is just lying in the corner of the deck.
The crew would appreciate it
I
greatly.
will teach them the songs of Bjorn, of the hero Bjorn.
All right. Do you need help strapping in the drums?
I will test the people what their talents are, and then I will assign them.
No, it's for one person, and it's a one-man band. So there's like a harmonica and a drum on the back, and
Okay, I don't think you know the definition of a band. We need more than one. Like a band is like at least like a few people.
No, none of us play music.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to understand. We're all busy, moving about the ship and doing things. We only have the space for the one man and the band.
Yeah, I'm holding onto this rope right now. Pirate says next to Risha.
Okay.
Actively pulling up the sail, you see?
Arr.
Okay, we do the following. I will play some music, but every day, 1 hour in the evening, I will take you aside and we will do some training, music training. So when I'm away, you have the capabilities to sing and play songs for yourself.
My mom told me I had beautiful piano hands.
Shut up!
Okay, I can commit tax evasion. I can.
Yes, you can. We all can. It's called stealing. Why did you teach him that? Now he thinks he's better than he is.
Wayne, the weather mage, comes up to you, Risha, Safis, and says,
Is he sober this time?
"Yeah, almost, Captain. I got a lot to drink in Pandora Land yesterday. Tight place, brah." And he raises his hand for a fist bump with Euthius.
Tight.
All right, brah. Boss, the man, you, acting Captain Safis,
You'll get there eventually.
where do you want to go, brah?
To the Fire Bay. Quick as you can.
All right. Where the wind as it is now, maybe I can tweak it a little bit, but maybe 3 days on the night, brah?
Sounds good. Always good to arrive at night.
Get some cool surf times in, and then we'll see. What's the plan? Do we think the Leviathan trade companies out there are waiting for us? What's the plan, Captain?
Kill and plunder. What else?
All right. I guess the secret ingredients is going to be violence. Tight.
It's not really a secret ingredient. It's pretty on brand. We are called the Midnight Torch because we set torches to places at midnight.
Cool. All right. Sure. I'm just going to sit over here and not ponder the ethical ramifications of that. Cool.
How many people have you killed?
Maybe I don't know, 2.
That's incredibly impressive considering how long you've been with us.
Yeah, brah. I usually, just hide inside of the crow's nest whenever.
Fair enough, I suppose. All right.
Is your gentleman posted in the crow's nest generally?
What?
Are you always in the crow's nest, or are you?
I'm the weather wage, dude. That means I do the weather things. So yeah, close to the clouds and stuff.
Okay. You see a big red boat? Sorry, ship.
Oh, the Dragon's Breath? Yeah, I think we saw it a couple of months ago.
Okay, yeah, but if you see it now, just start screaming a lot. That'd be great.
Do you have a spell book?
Some context, saying it's it's the dragon ship.
All right.
Help everybody get up on deck. It's the dragon ship, etc. Sorry,
Keep with the comments.
Nongle, go on.
Right. But Weather Mage, do you have a spell book?
Nah, bruh. I have it all inside of my personality and my head, bruh.
You're a sorcerer?
So,
Vile! Ugh. Nongle, go below deck.
what's like his problem, man?
Something about authority figures and him being obsessed with knowledge, you know, as all shady wizards who learn from the conventicle are.
Yeah, not
Fucking
wrong.
nerd.
Fucking nerd.
But
Right.
aside from this, so Rishas kind of claps his hands and mostly talking to us now because he's particularly interested in us at the moment. So this communication system you have here, well, it seems
But the eagle or
no, the one that we used.
Oh right, yes.
Yes. So I'm curious, can you perhaps speak to more than one of my associates at the same time? Well,
You want to do like a conference call type deal?
there is one particular one I would like to check in with. Yes.
Yes, I mean, well, you're already hooked in, so we can certainly do that. Yeah, I mean,
Let us try.
Maybe you should upgrade to premium, just to make sure.
Oh no, those things are all scams. I pirate all my media. But
makes sense. Well,
Says
yes,
the pirate.
yes, sure. Let's find somewhere that's a little bit less foot traffic heavy. Officers' mess.
Yar, be inclusive, a pirate with a wooden leg says next to you.
There we go.
we are inclusive. We're just secretive. There's a difference. Now shut
Yar.
up.
Yes.
Alright. Yar, scrubbing the planks through. Doing pirate stuff. Yar.
Not that we don't like you, we just don't trust you.
Yar, I am a criminal, so that makes sense.
There we go. Right. Well, follow me.
Once again, all pirates.
True. Yes. And okay. Well, you know this as well as well. No, you probably know this better than I do. But I'll just start sort of crossing my legs on like one of those. I'm imagining the officer's mess has one of those like all the way around the edge, kind of built-in sofa bits. So I'm just gonna sit on there. Right.
Yeah,
yes,
fair enough. Yeah.
Well, ready when you are, I guess.
All right. Let us try. And Risha will pull out this little kind of compass, that brass compass that when he opens up, kind of lets out this little orrery of light in these golden strands pointing everywhere. Very similar, if not completely identical, to the one that R had.
And I'll just summon the sword and put it down on my lap. The blade. Right.
As this happens, it's like the blade starts vibrating, and like a green confluence kind of emanates from it that kind of speeds up whatever is happening with the compass. And after a moment, you find yourself within the kind of black void of the verdant shard, with the map in front of you, with the golden confluence of rings and orreries around you.
Excellent.
So what does Ost look like while he's doing this? Because Risha isn't like in another world. He just kind of have this like overlay over him.
Yeah, and Oust looks like himself. No overlay, just a guy.
Yeah, but he
eyes,
looks like
right?
What?
Before we have the green smoky bit.
Yeah, the
business around
green smoky business around the eyes. That's it. Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
And there's just
So-
there's sort of suspended amount of green dust around me generally, but yeah.
Risha will kind of get in like really close and kind of like wave his like paw in front of you and just like, hello.
Hello. I can see you. It's fine.
Oh, you can? Okay, wonderful.
Yeah,
Good
no.
to know. All right, so let's try this. I think there's
Who am I dialing in?
this strand here, ting, and it vibrates over towards the Imperium.
Okay. As you ping it, like a load of green dust sort of begins to coalesce along that line as well. Right.
Right.
Hey,
Fair
certainly.
warning. Before they answer, hopefully,
Mhm.
I would recommend not mentioning your name or that your connections to Imperium nobles.
I mean, given the option, I wouldn't have done it at all. But that's fair enough.
it on you.
Got a feeling the voice might give it away slightly, but there we go.
That's with Imperium accents is different from Imperium bloodlines. So let's see if he answers. DM, does he answer?
You're muted, bro.
It's your character, Evan. Does
Alright.
he answer?
Yeah. I'm just
Go
like,
ahead and have
I
a
was making
conversation
sure
with
that it
yourself.
was like allowed for this
Yeah,
to happen right now.
that's perfect. Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, so as the kind of green dust swirls around this string, it kind of, you see a vibration coming back. And the same thing that happened with Visha, this kind of golden hologram looking figure kind of clears up out of a mist, and you see them. And now the question is, and this is what Risha was very interested in, can Risha also see and communicate with this character?
Yes.
Good. Okay, that's fascinating to him. But so you see this character kind of there really isn't any color to them because they all have this like kind of, you know, sandy golden color. But there's this figure in a hooded cloak, kind of not covering their whole body, but like basically up and around their shoulders, and they have this kind of mask on, made of metal. It looks like, kind of shaped like a lion, that covers their entire face, such that you can't see like any features of them. And they kind of just look at you, Ost. Did we establish that Risha could see Ost in the last meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, so he looks at Ost, looks at Risha, looks at Ost again, and Risha, before anything is said, he says, "Alright, that answers my questions. Well, go back to your having your friend," and he'll just close the compass. You can talk to him if you want, but that's all I needed to know.
Good.
Go ahead and give me a history roll.
Who?
Oust.
Alright. Yeah, alright. Oh, wait. 17 from a 4. There we go.
Evan, you go ahead and with a 17 in history about, you know, the goings on within the Imperium, does Oust have any idea who he's talking to or not?
You don't know the person specifically, but you definitely recognize the uniform. This is a member of the Crimson Mountainbacks, which is known in the Imperium as what is effectively a terrorist cell. They ambush caravans, they assassinate politicians, they destroy military outposts. They are
free a lot of live assets.
Yeah, a big thing is that they free slaves all the time. They operate along the northern border of the Imperium, and kind of their more intense raids go a little deeper in.
Hello. Jolly nice to meet you.
He kind of just nods slowly, not saying anything for the moment.
Sorry, right, yes. Introductions. I'm Oust. I've been put in contact through your network, as it were. Through, well, just that was Risha. I'm sure you know that. But I've also been in contact with a number of your other compatriots. Hya and R. It's Hya, yeah. Hajar, that's the one. Sorry, got there in the end. No offense. Yes. Yes. Hello. Nice to meet you. Love your work. Big fan. Yes. Just so you know, if you, yes. Hi. Yes. Well.
Pleasure.
Does he? Oh, he's. Oh, hello. You do speak. Good. Right. Yes. I mean, I guess we may be in touch again.
Yeah. Just listening to his voice, you can sound that it's like forced. Roll an insight check if you don't mind.
Sure. This won't be high at all. Or maybe it will be. 19.
All right. It sounds like he's just bristling with anger right now. In a way where it's like he's forcing himself to talk to you.
Right. Yes. We appear to have interrupted you. You must be very busy. I will let you get on with what you were doing. And if you need anything, then please let us,
Here,
me. the
here's a question,
species
Roar.
know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can he hear what is going around? What is going around this figure? Like, can he hear like for example, can this figure hear like the sound of the ocean around Ost or something?
I'm going to go ahead and say no. It is eerily silent within the conference. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, he nods and the connection is severed.
All right. So that was fun.
Gosh, right. He was fun.
Yes, he's one of the more ones.
Perhaps next time, if you wouldn't mind, perhaps you'd like to pre-warn me that he was somebody who would. Yes, I mean, I know you said that he wouldn't be a fan, but I didn't quite realize how much of a fan he wouldn't be. But yeah.
Right, you're an elf, aren't you? Ooh.
There we go.
No, that is my bad. I
The
apologize.
gold piece
Yes.
stuff drop. There we go.
Yes.
But I
you-
mean, as it
you see-
stands, you know, love is work. But there we go.
Yes, yeah, I apologize. I'm so used to working with all kinds of different races. It didn't cross my mind that you being an elf would be a particular trigger. Yeah, I apologize.
I'm gonna make another insight check because I think he's just bullshitting out of his ass right now at that. It's a 1 though, so I just
He is.
naturally assume. That's the the yin and yang of D&D there. Natural 20 followed by natural 1. But yes,
That's beautiful. Yeah.
I think you're being completely genuine.
Yeah.
Well, no harm, no harm done, I guess. Yeah.
On the
but yeah,
bright side, if he comes across you on the roads, he'll probably not kill you. Yes, because he'll recognize you or something. Yeah, I don't know. He's he's one of the more unstable ones.
Right. Good to know. Are there other more unstable ones?
Yes, but for different reasons. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Really, I have to say you've met 3 of the 5 ones I would describe as sane.
Right. Is he one of the sane ones?
No, gods no.
So you're one of the sane ones.
Yes, of course. Listen to me. I'm just talking. I'm a pirate. What's insane about that?
Of course. DM question as well. We never really went into it. We never really delved into the appearance of my family members. But would you say there was a particular family resemblance?
Between you, you and the other families?
Probably. Yep.
Yeah, let's say there is. Let's say
Yep.
that.
Okay.
What kind of a distinguishing mark is shared with your family?
I don't know. There's probably a mild patrician nose. I'd imagine the hair color is probably like this almost white blonde is probably fairly, what do we call it? Fairly consistent, and just the sense of haughtiness is probably also
Perfect. All right. So yeah, you would be for someone who spends a lot of time with other family members of yours, they would recognize.
He's gonna, yeah, okay. So I'd imagine various members of my family, if not all of them, are probably on his hit list. So fun. There we go. Good. Right. Yes. Well, that was nice. Was there anything else?
No, you've answered all my questions. It seems that I can communicate as well through this system and that we can all see each other, which is very beneficial,
Yes.
I think, for future endeavors.
I'm looking forward to that scene where you have to be all of the Sophists at once, even.
Oh, I guarantee it will be amazing and that exactly 2 of them will be speaking.
But yes, I'm working on getting Bjorn connected up at the moment. But yes, seeing if we can expand the network slightly.
Yes, that could be interesting. And
No,
there is
we'll
one of us in
invest.
the north. I'm sure they would love to reminisce with the hero of the north.
Good to know.
Yes, she's
Good to know.
she's one of the woohoo ones.
Even better. Love a hoo-hoo. Do you know the amount that he was a chatty fellow? But what is his name?
You
Are
know,
you at liberty to
I kn-
say?
You know, I understand
know?
that me forcing you to say your family name this might come off as a bit hypocritical, but no, I don't think he would be comfortable with me giving his name for a plethora of reasons, really.
Ah, well, you are Absolutely right. That is incredibly hypocritical, but never mind.
Yes.
Well, perhaps the northern member of your cohort.
Sir, if you wish to speak to her, I
Sorry,
won't
what was
stop
that?
you. But if you wish to, are you asking for her name?
Yes.
Oh, all right. A moment while Evan pulls up the list of names.
Yes. Who is on the Taldori Council?
Yes, exactly.
So many
Right.
cat people.
Yeah. Her name is Ethel.
Excellent.
Elfal.
Just in case.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Lovely stuff. Well, good to know. Right. Well, you probably have some ship captaining to do, and well, I have a lesson on ship maintenance to attend to. So
Yes. Well, you know
I'll
what
let
they
you get
say.
on with things.
You know what they say. Sailing is 99% boring and 1% dying in the sea. Nobody says that. I just said it because it's boring sometimes to sail on the sea. Have a good day.
You just leave the conference.
Okay. Right. Yes. Okay.
And for the rest of the day, Risha is just busy giving orders and making sure everything's, operating as it should be.
I want to hear from all of you what your plan is. You know that the Leviathan Trade Company has Captain Castlelog, and that Captain Castlelog might know the location of Captain Flint. You know that Captain Flint operates somehow within the Blue Fire Bay, and you don't know if the Leviathan Trade Company is there. You don't know if they're on their way. You don't know if they are interrogating Captain Castlelog somewhere else. So I want you to tell me what you want to do and what, in broad strokes, your plan is. And I want to know that after our break in 30 minutes. So we'll say, looking at Central European time, we'll be back at 7:50. So in half an hour, a little more than half an hour from now. So 10 minutes to the hour. And thank you all for some very interesting player-on-player scenes and some very absurd Animal Kingdom teachings of tax evasion, Leon. That was fun. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you will all be back ready and able in around half an hour. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you very soon.